Hey, what's up, Bills Mafia? Welcome to episode 14 of Bills of BK. The Bills are coming off a great win against the Steelers on Sunday, advancing past the wild card round and into the divisional matchup with the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday. Finally, the Bills managed to have a dominant lead the entire game. We didn't keep it close. We stayed consistent throughout the entire game. We put on an excellent show on both sides of the ball. Really just an all-around solid performance from our guys. And at just the right time, because we're going to need these guys to consistently be playing like this as we advance further into the playoffs. Got a really tough game this Sunday against the Chiefs. I know we're all looking to get revenge on them after our last two playoff losses against them. But this time, they're coming to our house in Buffalo. So the game is going to be different. This is the first time that Patrick Mahomes has had to go on an away game in the playoffs, which is insane. We finally are making him come to us for the playoffs. I got a great feeling about it. We're firing on all cylinders, but let's jump right into it. So, to start the day, we had back-to-back touchdowns from our tight ends. We had our first touchdown of the day from Dawson Knox, putting the first set of points on the board, followed by Dalton Kincaid, who had the second touchdown of the day. And this was awesome because now it feels like our offense is in full swing of using the two tight end sets. We were so high on this preseason, and now it's finally in full swing, creating those mismatches on defense that we knew would be super efficient. Early in the game, I want to talk about how Kaiir Elam, who hadn't been activated a lot this season, comes off the bench, makes a big play right after he had gotten a pass interference. I think it was 2 plays later, he got an interception. I mean, you got to love it when a guy like that hasn't been playing all season. You know, he's been a healthy scratch most games, just waiting for his opportunity. He finally gets his opportunity to come in, and he makes an interception. Then, on our third touchdown of the day, we had Josh Allen rush for a 52-yard score, his longest run of his career, I want to add. But, you know, that's when you got to just let Josh Allen be Josh Allen. Because we were all thinking when he started running, we're like, slide, slide, slide. And then he doesn't slide, and he keeps going, and he scores a touchdown. So, you know, a lot of these times you look at guys like Josh Allen and playing like this, and you think, wow, they're going to, you know, they got to be careful. They got to be careful. They got to slide. Sometimes you just have to go with your instincts. And Josh Allen had a feeling that if he didn't slide that time, that he was going to score a touchdown. And look, he did. So you got to let Josh Allen cook. You got to let him do his thing. Guy's a beast. Very hard to take down. Obviously, we want to keep him good and healthy, but when he has an opportunity to break through the line and score a touchdown, let him do it. The guy is like a runaway freight train once he gets going. I mean, it's so hard to take this guy down. You saw this defender just bounce right off him when he tried to take Josh Allen down. Deontay Hardy continued to make plays for us when he had a nice 30-yard catch and run, you know, building off that momentum last week when he had that great punt return touchdown for us. So love to see Deontay Hardy keep doing his thing. Shakir, who didn't get as much added volume as I expected with Gabe Davis being out, had the game-winning TD for us in the fourth quarter, even though he didn't have a lot of targets, didn't have a lot of catches, but again, like I said last week, this guy makes the most out of his targets. And on that play, but he just refused to go down as he seemingly was getting tackled, but then bounced off the defender and broke free for the TD. That was incredible. That pretty much sealed the win for us right there, putting us up 2 TDs to finish out the day. So that was a huge touchdown for us. You got to love the tenacity of Shakir. Just refused to go down, kept moving, got in the end zone, boom, sealed the day for us. The defensive highlight of the day, though, for me, was AJ Klein, because to me, this is just such a storyline out of a movie, right? I mean, here you got AJ Klein, who gets cut in December to make room for Dawson Knox, who was coming off injury, right? So he gets cut. Guy thinks to himself, all right, after 11 seasons, I'm going to hang it up, retire, you know, call it a day. The guy's literally sitting at home on his couch, playing with his kids. He gets the phone call from McDermott, who says, hey, I know you were planning on retiring, but how about you hold that off for just a little bit longer while you help us with this playoff run? The guy was literally about to go to Key West with his family for the weekend, but instead of doing that, he comes and shows up and not only played well, but the guy led the team in tackles with 11 tackles. It didn't take long for this guy to shake off the cobwebs after the first or second play. He was fully back to form, making plays for us, racking up tackles. I mean, you got to love that. The only downside of this game was the defensive injuries we had. Today in practice, Christian Benford, Taylor Rapp, and Spector did not practice. Terrell Bernard also still not practicing from his injury from the week before. Luckily, though, Rasul Douglas, Dotson, and Teron Johnson did get in limited practices. So I think we do get all 3 of those guys on Sunday, and God knows we're going to need them. Playing the Chiefs, we're going to need everybody we can. But that was a good sign of see those guys getting in limited practices, because even though that, you know, we may be without some more people on Sunday from injuries, at least we're getting back some guys too. So hopefully that'll help even it out. Taron Johnson, who was concussed, that's a really promising sign to see him get a limited practice in today, just because normally when guys have concussions, they at least usually sit out practice for a few days while they're going through the recovery steps. But it seems like Taron Johnson is recovering fast, because to already be in a limited practice, 2 days later after the game, that's a very good sign. So I have a feeling that we're going to have him back on Sunday. But this is it, guys. This is our chance to get revenge on the Chiefs. I know we're all still having PTSD from that 13-second game 2 years ago. And I'll never forget, I'm in the Bills bar, right? And it's dead silent right after we lost. I mean, everybody was pissed. And the Bills bar is at the top part of this bar, right? So the rooftop part is the Bills bar, and then the first level is the regular bar, right? So we just lost, dead silence, and then all of a sudden this older woman comes upstairs, this older Chiefs fan, and she just yells, "Go Chiefs!" And I swear to God, I looked over at this woman and I was like, "Shut the f*** up!" And I screamed at this woman so loud. She ran right back down the stairs. And I just yelled at this woman, and I didn't feel bad about it either, because who does that? I mean, she's at the first floor watching the game with all of her Chiefs friends, and then she feels the need to come upstairs and yell "Go Chiefs" to the entire Bills bar on the rooftop. I mean, lady, you got a big set of balls on you, and I did not take it lightly. I yelled at her and kicked her right out of there real quick. But not this time. I'm feeling very good about this Sunday. I think this is our year to beat the Chiefs. They haven't been the same this year, hence why Patrick Mahomes is playing his very first away game in the playoffs, because they haven't been as on point this year as they normally are, or as dominant. So this is the year to beat them. This is our time to take them out. Knock on wood, but I'm feeling very good about this. I think we got a really good shot. Nonetheless, though, it is going to be a close game. I could see this being one of those games where, we only beat them by a field goal or a few points, or it's right down there at the wire. But, this is our chance, guys. This is all we've been thinking about for the last year, is another opportunity at a divisional round of playoffs to not get knocked out and to keep advancing. I know we had that devastating loss last year to the Bengals where we just had an absolute terrible game. So this is not going to happen this year. We are firing on all cylinders. We're playing a lot better ball than we were then. It's also going to be my birthday on Sunday, so all I want for my birthday is to beat the Chiefs. That's all I want. That's my one wish. Let's make it come true on Sunday. But guys, that's all I got for you this week. I'll see you guys next week. Go Bills.